point drivers. Yes, they've been in pro spec, pro, but guess what? Two great personalities in the Formula Drift paddock and now on track. Rome Charpentier, Garagistic, BMW initiates in that first outside zone. Travis Reed in the Reader Motorsports. Link ECU, BMW in the chase. Both them tit for tat. Reader a little bit shallower than Rome Charpentier. Oh, and look at Reader, goes deep, and unfortunately, we saw him put too much angle, gets into that wall. Rome Charpentier showing you why he qualified 5th. We mentioned him on the pre-show, and he's showing you why he deserves to be there. His mom this morning says, red's not his color. That changes the scenario, and obviously we've had wet runs here before, which let's just not even say the R word right now, rain. But right now, Travis Reader, we will say that R word, as Reader comes into that first outside zone. A lot of handbrake there from Reader, as it looks like Rome Charpentier backs off quite a bit. Reader, he said he had some goats yesterday, but guess what? He surprised himself. Reader not into that outside zone 3, into that touch and go. They keep it right where they need to be, and both are very tight. So again, there's that bumper tap, just barely nicking that first and final inside clip.
Along with the precision that he's showing on the track. It's a great combination.
Yeah. Here we go. Rome Charpentier. A lot of confidence in his corner. Always got a smile on his face. So does Stooki. That M-Spec S chassis. There goes Rome Charpentier now coming into view. Look at that. The attitude of the BMW. Look at Stooki. He gets out there. He does lose some ground. But Rome, automatic, looking like an RC car that is just being controlled by somebody in the sky. Yo! Did you see that run? I mean, that was like a 90-something. Look, Ryan Sage leaves and he brings us new chairs. I love it. It's great.
He's sitting on
He's downgraded to a folding chair. Here we go, Daniel Stooki, Rome Charpentier, as now Stooki out front. M-Spec Performance S chassis comes into view and gets almost all the way out there. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Stooki taps the wall. Look at Rome. Getting aggressive, out for the touch and go. Oh, Rome dives in on the inside. He gives himself a little bit of room there. He knew that he didn't have the right line. He dove in on that inside. Driver A, driver B here one more time. We are going at it again. The judges wanted to decipher who reigns supreme. Who's going against Bakchis in the grade A? Rome or Stooki? Rome Charpentier initiates Stooki, a little bit delayed there on initiation, going to the outside zone. Rome does it again. Back at it like a crack addict. Nice shot, shreds that back bumper up. Look at Stooki and Spec. A speck on his shoulder, trying to flick it off. But no, Stooki right into the door. Woo, there we go. Drummer chick, like a drummer chick. Here we go, back at it, here we go. Stooki and Rome Charpentier. Let's see how we go down. I guarantee you, watch Rome. He says anything you can do, I'm gonna do better, and he's gonna try to bang doors with Stooki. Now comes back into that second outside zone. Rome Charpentier, I think he's setting himself up right here. Oh, and Rome spins. Rome spins out. We'll back that up and take a look at the replay, but it looks like Rome might have...
Really cool to hear from somebody from the past, you know?
That's right.
It's really cool.
All right, here we go. Rome Charpentier, whatever you want to call him. RCP, that makes it easy, versus Daniel Stooki. The Garagistic BMW, not once, twice, but 3 times, a maybe. Now into that first outside zone, Stooki taking a shallower line. This could be the deciding factor. That's when you talk about the X factor. Now into that touch and go, Stooki dives in on the inside. Oh, and there's that contact. Oh,
shoot. Got a little too aggressive there. Rome makes a big error in the chase, and if it's you know, chase to chase and completes, we go to the leads.
We're about to find out. We are back at it. Here we go. Daniel Stooki, M-Spec Performance. Rome Charpentier, Garagistic, BMW E36. Stooki, very shallow. Might have had a bit of damage, more than he expected with that contact. So Stooki not setting himself up for success. If Rome continues on through the course, your number 5 qualifier should have the victory, and there it is. Rome Charpentier will be getting the win, but guess what? He's going against Rome Charpentier, and he talked about he's going against his friend, he's going against his homie, but guess what? All bets are off right now, because who are you betting on, Odi or Rome? Odi, very proven. He's done it here in Long Beach before. Can he do it again? Odi, look at that angle, but Rome Charpentier.
Oh, no.
And Rome Charpentier goes off course. Could have been a lot worse there for Rome.
That could have been awful, but he seemed to have saved it. Just glanced the wall, a light touch of the tires.
And this is how it unfolds. McIntyre feels suspension. S15. Odi Bakchis, that supercharged LS under the hood of the S15. Heel suspension, Sylvia S15, Rome Charpentier Garagistic, BMW E36. So Rome leads. Gets shot out of a cannon here, coming down the chute into that first clip. Look at that. Just the experience, the veteran driving nature of Odi Bakchis. You saw he came down the hill and slingshotted out of that first clip. Rome Charpentier not letting Odi run away with it though. And now Odi wraps around that final clip.
Defender, and as Hurst came up, and it would have pushed the wheel in kind of straighter, so that yanked it out of his hand. And of course, that's maybe why the angle wasn't so great going around inside clip 1.
Here we go, Rome out front, Odi Bakchis in that chase position. So there you can see Rome past that front clip, but Odi Bakchis, you can see the proximity there. Oh, and Rome loops it. And that'll be, unfortunately, all she wrote for Rome Charpentier. Odi Bakchis flips it around and continues back up. Here comes Matfield, Rome Charpentier. Matfield, Falcon tires, drip cave, Boyle exhaust, Corvette. The Ford Star wheels go around, the Falcon tires get lit up. Sticking it to the wall. Now here comes Rome Charpentier. It's been very aggressive lately, but how is the wet going to be handled? Rome Charpentier, no big deal for Rome. Looks like Matt tries to find that crease and he sets it. You can see Rome Charpentier, the Garagistic BMW E36 comes. Charpentier, he will be leading, and we are seeing Matfield giving chase. Let's see what we got here. Rome Charpentier initiating, nice job initiation. But what's he got now? We will see. Now coming down, slamming down in that flat portion of the track. Oh, doctor! Matfield narrowly escapes contact. Matfield at good proximity, but unfortunately the Rome is spinning out. 19th. Rome Charpentier, Garagistic, BMW, clean start. The LS powered BMW, piloted by Rome, SRT10 Dodge Viper, of course. Kearney in that chase position in that second outside zone. Rome popping his way into that first inside clip. Both of them. Clinical run right now from Rome. And look at Dean Kearney. Bango! Wow. In that third outside zone does not effectively affect the outcome of that run. It's just basically Rome had to fix his vehicle. And here we go. Dean Kearney aggressive on initiation. Let's see what Rome does in the chase. Now Dean into that second outside zone. Rome. Now he's in that pocket. Good proximity. Good angle from him. Little flames shooting out from the side of that Dodge Viper. And Dean brings it on in. Has definitely brought him some luck. His mom said, get rid of the red. He's going for those neon colors. Here we go. Well, speaking of neon, the Type S lights are on underneath the vehicles. Here comes Dylan the Dozer Hughes into that first outside zone. Rome Charpentier, he attacks, gets to the side. So you got kind of an E46 and an E36 in that second outside zone. Dylan Hughes qualifying third yesterday, now here in the competition. Comes in that final outside zone. Dylan Hughes using all of the course. But Rome Charpentier, the second half of this battle. Here's Rome Charpentier, Dylan Hughes. Come on, boys. Who's gonna rise to the occasion? Rome Charpentier, I feel like this is the changing of the guard. These kind of these new breed drifters, these young cats who are going for championship. Oh boy, look at that. So as you see, Rome Charpentier, Dylan Hughes, like I said, confidence in his corner. Look at the maxed out angle from Rome Charpentier. Let's see the transition into our final outside zone. How do they handle it? Rome goes and digs deep. Oh my gosh, how many? Seems to be just an absolute widowmaker. Here we go. JTP will lead. Rome Charpentier giving chase. Who's going on to go against Matfield in the final four? JTP, aggressive initiation. Yo, but Rome right there. The green and pink shadow loses some ground, but now JTP all up in that second outside zone. That's Rome's move. You see this drop like that, just slide into those DMs, and now that final outside zone, JTP, big match, didn't have to bounce off the ball as we saw with him and Chris Forsberg. Here we go, Rome Charpentier out front, JTP chasing him down. Rome Charpentier, look at that flick, little Manji initiation, but JTP adjusts so well. You see that counter steer, and now coming into that second outside zone. Rome very deep into there. JTP, look at throwing some more angles, stepped out. Let's see how they handle the last zone, and JTP throws it in hard. And unfortunately, JTP, 36, Matfield gives chase, Falcon Tires, Borla, exhaust, drift cave, Corvette, the beast from the bay. Rome Charpentier got that Manji entry once again into that first outside zone, not phased. He took down one Falcon vehicle, can he take down another? And look at that, oh, Matfield applying the pressure. Those yellow headlights are in his rearview mirror, but Charpentier not affected, and looks like Matfield potentially bulling him kind of out of the way right there. Want to get that overhead. Denofa locks up third place. Field or Charpentier? Field now leads. He's gonna throw down a gangster one. Filling all of that first outside zone, now transitioning into the second. Look at that, drawing the line. And Rome is right there. Watch that front clip, right past it. Oh, Field comes blazing into it. Digs deep, Rome a little bit off, but again, that overhead. If you look at the Tiger stripes on Field,
does know what it's gonna take to beat Matfield.
To unlock that Pandora's box. And here comes Rome Charpentier out front, garageistic BMW. Gets all the way out there, draws that line. Field gets into formation, gets into that pocket. And that's something that he was lacking a little bit on that first battle, but now he seems to find that secret sauce. And now transitions past into that final outside zone. A little hesitation, but just barely let him get past Rome Charpentier, who's going to the finals against Reader. Matfield slingshots out of the start chicane, flicks it in nastily into that first outside zone. Now in that second outside zone, dialing in, look at Rome inching closer and closer to Matfield. Pretty tit for tat compared to that first run. Have to see that angle. You talked about the nuances there, Ryan. How are they gonna handle that last and final outside zone? Rem said he's having fun. Matfield, look at that. Deep is Rome Charpentier. Oh my gosh. Wow. Outside zone, we are ready to send it. Rome Charpentier, Travis Reeder in the finals here in New Jersey. Round 4 of the Formula Jet Pro Championship. Rome Charpentier goes that first outside zone. Travis Reeder in tow, back quite a bit. Can he gain that ground? Travis Reeder lacking a lot of angle, but Rome Charpentier puts it right in the crease. Now Travis Reeder gains the ground. Lacking that angle again. We talked about how Rome Charpentier mimicked the angle of Matfield. Now coming to that final outside zone. Here comes Rome Charpentier. Travis Reeder on the inside. Contact. Houston, we have a problem. Making history. Reeder will lead. Rome Charpentier giving chase. Send it. Here we go. Reeder out front, transitions into that first outside zone. Reeder on the line. Rome Charpentier back at it, sans the hood into that second outside zone. Reeder going deep. Rome not as deep. How much does he trust his engine? It doesn't matter. This is for all the marbles, not the ones in the engine, the ones that are on the podium. Travis Reeder all the way out on the outside zone and bringing it on home. And here we go into this battle. Rome Charpentier across the nose of that BMW of Brandon Sorensen into the second outside zone. Gives Modern's hell, that's what he said. That's exactly what he's doing, trying to do right now against Brandon Sorensen. But Brandon giving it right back into that E36. And across the finish line goes Rome. Brandon not exactly getting all the way out into
as deep as Rome or better to win the lead-to-lead comparison.
All right, Brandon, let's see what you got. Going against Rome Charpentier, like I said, he's got the momentum coming from New Jersey. Brandon puts it all in that outside zone 1. Big angle from Sorensen and still gets it out to outside zone 2. Looks like Rome has to back off a little bit, compromises some proximity. Now finally into outside zone 4. Did Brandon do what he needed to do? Rome Charpentier, Garagistic, BMW E36 against Brandon Sorensen, that Air Force. Again, it says give moderns hell. That's what Brandon's looking at, the rear wing of Rome Charpentier, but he's saying, nah, not today, junior. Well, I guess he's the junior. All right, Rome Charpentier in that second outside zone. Brandon taking a shallower line, but does have that proximity into that third outside zone. Brandon Sorensen now tucking in and still shallow into that final outside zone. So Rome, you know,
and I'm hoping that we can see a clearer victor here.
Don't leave in the judge's hands. Make it definitive. Brandon Sorensen, who has received so much praise. Big angle from Sorensen. Now coming into that second outside zone. A great long angle there. And now coming into the third outside zone. You can see Brandon, gets in that dirt a little bit, but where's Rome? Rome, he's got to come and play, but he does fill those zones. He's back quite a bit, but we'd like to see him be a little more aggressive in that chase. He knows and advances on the Garagistic BM. There's more rounds, there's more competition, there's more tires to be burned. Dylan Hughes will lead. Royal Purple, Riley Auto Parts, Falcon Tire, BMW. Got the 2J under the hood, the LS of Rome Charpentier trying to give that modern hell, as his wing says. Now in the second outside zone, Dylan Hughes does a good job. Rome Charpentier, you can see him nice and close. Has to back off just a little bit. And now into that last and final outside zone. Does get those tires into that and beyond that last outside zone. For Rome. The final bracket, that bracket of death is being branded, the Turk and Osbo battle. That's up next. Okay, Rome Charpentier going across the nose of Hughes, and Hughes tucks in really tight. Wow, doctor, look at that. Now into that second outside zone. Rome really deep in that second outside zone, but cannot shake Dylan Hughes. Now Dylan transitions into that last outside zone. That was a good move. I want to see that overhead perspective. It looks fantastic. It looks like a little BMWs, one 2J powered, one LS powered, and one moving on. Who's going against Ryan Turk in the Great Eights? Hughes or Charpentier? Approaching that second outside zone. Good proximity by Rome in that chase position. Dylan Hughes using all the course. Dylan going a little bit deeper. Good fluid line. A little shimmy to get into that second outside zone, or excuse me, third outside zone. And then finally, Rome, good proximity, wasn't as deep, but good in the pocket. Almost had a less chaotic chase run there. It seemed just a little smoother, and that just comes with experience, knowing who you're going against, and you just calm the nerves. And now Rome, aggressive flip, but Dylan Hughes quickly gets to the side of that E36. It looks like Dylan not as aggressive as well, so it looks like they learned something from that first battle. And remember, Dylan was really aggressive on the outside zone 4. Let's see how he handles this. Looks like he lets him go, and then, oh boy.
Rome was off the track and starting to spin, and Dylan was right there. That's my initial.
I thought I was dying that time.
It was a rough one, man. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're here with us. Here we go. Back to the action. Taylor Hull, Comp Cams, Edelbrock, Corvette. And goes across the nose of Rome Charpentier and his Garagistic BMW, but not thrown off are either the drivers. Taylor Hull high on the bank. Rome Charpentier drops down a little bit lower, but you can see him sliding back now, coming into that second outside zone, into that power alley. Rome Charpentier taking a shallower line into outside zone 3 now. Into that inside clip goes Taylor Hull. Full pole, Taylor Hull. And Rome Charpentier bringing it across. What do you think of that hangout? This is one of those events, man. There's some events where the stars align. The weather, the people, the vibe, all that, and we're feeling the energy right now. Here we go. Yeah, back to the second half of this battle. Rome Charpentier, Garagistic, BMW E36. Taylor full pole hood, that chase position. Oh man, we need Taylor Hull to gain that proximity. Rome with the clean air. Oh! Shreds that back bumper. Goes and exceeds the track. Taylor Hull getting a bunch of shrapnel in his face. That's gonna be all up in his beard right now. He's got that, got the Willie's beard gear. Maybe down to horsepower. Here we go. This is a big battle right here. Rome Charpentier will lead. Garagistic, BMW, like I said, second in E-Town. Matfield has yet to win an event, but he currently leads the championship. Come to that first inside clip. Both of them wrap around it. Approach that first outside zone, now in the second outside zone. Rome dialing it in. See a little handbrake pull, and then looks like Matfield center punching that second inside clip. Now coming to that final outside zone. How are they going to handle it? Rome Charpentier gets all the way out there. Matfield comes up just a bit short. So I'll tell you what, a good lead run.
It's something we really haven't spoken about. So keeping the tire under your car, do you have enough tire to finish it out? Because they're ripping through these, obviously, each battle. Here we go, Matfield, the Beast of the Bay out front, 777, comes now into 104 miles per hour. He talked about that speed. He said he's down to horsepower, but right now he's absolutely tuned up to that second outside zone. Look at the angle from him. You can see nothing but Falcon tire wrapped around those Forge stars. Now coming down the last outside zone. Filling all of it? Yes, he does. He rides right there. Look at Rome Charpentier. Great proximity from Rome. And he does drop a little tire, but he did not lose grip. That just seems to be a reoccurring theme here. So here we go. Rome Charpentier will lead. He qualified 10th. Here's our one more time battle between Rome and Matfield. Rome initiates in that first inside clip. You see Matt just barely nicking with that front left corner to that second outside zone. Both the drivers go. Let's see the angle here now coming into that second inside clip. Both of them zeroing in on it. Looks like Matfield not leaving anything, said, I'm going to hit those darn inside clips. He missed them on that first battle. Rome gets all the way into that outside zone. 4 of the top 5 drivers are in top 16 already. So here we go. Matfield out front, Rome Charpentier in the chase position. Matfield's really going to need to show why he's called the Beast of the Bay and your current points leader. He's yet to have a victory this year, but I would love to get on top of the box or in the conversation and stay in that conversation. Into that second outside zone, big power, big angle. Now approaching that second inside clip. A little bit off, but big angle. Rome falling back a little bit. He needs to apply the pressure, and there goes Matfield into it. And look at Rome. Look how deep Rome is. He does waver in that chase position. Matfield did exactly what he needs to do. I'll tell you in our Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32. Ironically, look at this. Give hell to moderns is what it says on the wing, and that's what Josh Love is looking at with that Jasper Keys BMW. Rome Charpentier with that E36 throwing it down. Look at Josh Love. He's loving the wall, so is Rome. All right, let's see how they handle this inside clip, transitioning past that traditional start finish into that second outside zone. Rome going deep, and Josh Love, you can see him right there in tow. Could be a little closer there, but I'll tell you what, Rome, he's very dialing it in, just refining it. You know, it was good, it was exciting, but Josh needs to just really kind of put it down. Let's see what he does. You see Rome, kind of an early initiation, didn't really set himself up for success, but look, seems to be working out so far right now. Again, getting that fancy angle with the drone. Want to see the overhead, want to see all the angles here. Now coming to that second outside zone, you can see Josh Love and then Rome Charpentier. Look at that, that's the proximity we're looking for. Dial it in, make no corrections, and that just shows you just that, again, that car confidence. The man with lights are on. Type S, the official lighting of Formula Drift. We are in the Royal Purple Top 16. There they are, taking that mid-line, so I think that's a proper line. You see him kind of working it a little, but there's kind of, you know, 3 lanes. Let's call it 3 lanes. In that mid-lane is the way you want to go. Into that second outside zone. Nice job by Rome. Again, they're not flirting with that wall, but again, that second outside zone seems to have a lot more grip and is less treacherous. Oh, Jeff Jones, little wobble. Comes out
deeper than Rome did. So is Jeff going to go deeper into zone 2? That's a big area of opportunity for him right now. I don't think he's going to risk going high on 1, but hopefully he goes deeper in 2.
And here we go with the second half of this battle. Man, Rome needs to get involved. Jeff Jones now coming into that inside clip. Look at that. Nice job by Jones. See how they handle that second outside zone. Oh, Rome very shallow, but look at Jones digging deep. Here's a shovel. Can he dig it? Yes, he can. Past that second inside clip, Jeff Jones crushing.